Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man, and Roland is in Fallgord, and we've got a mystery here, I guess. So, let's go talk to a few people. Please, just leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me. Just like he came for that poor woman. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer from the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medroad's hysteria ever again. All right, teamwork. That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? Well, at any rate, I'm all for helping this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. So, here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin, known as Ziz, could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Well, you knew we were going to have to go out and kill something, didn't you? Well, they're usually right here. It looks like somebody's been as busy as we are. Yeah, somebody's cleared this place out. There's more up above, I think. Or we could just wait for them to respawn. I think I'm going to stand over here and let them respawn. What do we have to do? 3 of them? Oh, Another one there. Gotta be careful. That one almost spawned right on top of me. There's one. Oh, now they're all over the place. Fall Gourd Float. I used to call it Fall Grand Float because I was just scanning over it real quickly, not really reading it. Happens. All right, we got your zizzes. Here, hang on a minute. Let me get rid of... Sorry, get that guy out of your face. You've already seen to the Ziz? Good work. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? I don't think so. Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with, well, the masked man and his winged eyeball. That's what I thought in the first place. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Yeah, what makes you think you're comely? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. The hell does that mean? This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick don't come with the fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. There is something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I, too, have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was a coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely at the same as Medrod's. I was headed home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Well, it's on the list. I guess we'll do that. Oh, those have a mark on them. I need them. Oh, missed that one. Whoa, back off. Alright, let's see. Oh, geez, I need 4 of those. Well, there's bound to be more down yonder. Stay away from those bombs. Alright, here's where we need to pick up that that stuff. So we need to throw a bomb at them. She said there's no fuse, so I have to just kind of throw it. Alright, and then pick up the pieces. Good Lord, he's slow. It takes him forever to pick up a piece of crystal. Where's he putting those? Those are huge. Alright, need 2 more of those. And where's this other? There's another mark I have to find. Alright, let's do this first though. That's a different... These are different golems. I need the clay ones. There's 2 more. Go away, balloon. Sweet. Okay, now where's this other mark? Is it up above? I don't know. Let's go back around the corner here and see. Oh, I know where it's at. It's right there. Somebody else was doing it when we were down here earlier. Looky, looky. Alright, let's go turn these in. Yeah, so we're investigating a murder. Evidently, young maidens have been murdered. And we don't know why. Now, you know, often in real life, there are murders that are committed for reasons unknown. I mean, how anybody could do such heinous acts, I don't know, but in this case, there's got to be something going on with what we're trying to investigate. Here, let me get rid of fireball there. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Oh, you say such nice words. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous banemite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgord. Intentional or no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder. Was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? All right, Medrod. What a name. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer's still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it that this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I'd been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, jeez. Must be serious. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as you're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious. But then that means... since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the experts. Yeah, we're civilians after all. Good luck, adventure. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. All right, we got to go back up there to the west where the guy was and search the area, I guess. mean, we weren't specifically looking for anything in particular. We were sent up there to fight a few monsters. So now we're going to go down and take a closer look. Aha, looks like something maybe behind that big rock right there. Let's see if we can get back there without... I don't think we're going to be undetected. Well, maybe. Oh, there's a dead girl. And there's a nasty eyeball with wings. There it is. Well, let's pick her up and take her into town. Well, we found the victim, but we don't have a motive. Or a culprit, for that matter. A mysterious black-dressed man. Is this a police station? Sure is. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yeah, I have this dead body. Found it just west of here. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end? None can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of kin. Huh? There's a button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil? Or that of an organization, perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. I would have you hold on to that lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you've proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on with your work. If I might have a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mion. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. All right, we're going back to Gridania. I'll see you when I get there. All right, we're back talking to Mother Mion. See what she has to say. Good evening to you, Roland. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. No. Have you seen or do you know anybody that could identify this button? Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan level quality. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over at the Aetheryte Plaza She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Alright, let's go talk to this officer of the law. Well, I'm assuming that's what she is. I don't know. Whoa. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old. Though I cannot claim to know its sigil, however, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Singlid over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. Bernadette believes that I can help you? Well, that's a rather bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what is it you require? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward, northwest of here. Wait. A memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursondel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Okay, let's go see if we can find this guy. I think I know where this is. We'll find out in a second here. I think it's just beyond the falls here. Or maybe not. Oh, maybe this way? There he is. I do not believe we're acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. Gasp. The sigil of the Dartonco's family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman, her face was marred? Was her... From the body of a murdered woman? Her face, was it marred in any way? God feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to the lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania. During that time I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many, many moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving a queer guess. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men. But my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on a half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at the Hawk Manor, and on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. Okay, so this is a dungeon. We need to go find a way to get in. All right, we need to go out the white gate, the white wolf gate. Ah, here we go. This Aethernet shard should take us. There's a big mansion in the woods back here. Oh, I need that thing. I'll get it when I come back out. Oh, there's where the floating eyes have come from. Yeah. Plenty of them up here. Okay, I'll find a party and see when I get done. Well, let's go turn this in. I like that dungeon. It's just frightening enough. Who doesn't like a haunted mansion, right? Alright, now these things were on my list, so... Now, how many do I need? Oh, I just needed the one. Sweet. Right, we got to go back and talk to the manservant or butler or whatever he was, and tell him that his mistress is no more. Although she was already dead. I don't know if you noticed, she had like a huge spike sticking out of her, clear through her. It's probably a good thing he didn't go back to that place. He'd have ended up just like she did. Dead. Ursendil, you are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Armandine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils? Whoa, would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it's plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they brought upon others. But who am I to ask of punishment? In my silence, I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an arbiter to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Well, he gets through it, I think, because he comes to work for us as one of the Crystal Braves eventually. All right, we got to go back to Minfilia, so I'll see you there. So, on my way to Minfilia, I stopped by Ul'dah, and I want to show you what I've been working on. In a previous episode, I mentioned that the reason why I'm level 37, and the quests I'm doing, like that one I just did, was a level 28. But what I've been doing is I've been working on the Flames. I'm a member of the Flames. I started out as a private, and I've been grinding through the ranks, and I am now Let's see, where am I? Mortal Flames. I am second flame lieutenant now. Now, what does that do for me? Well, I'll show you. And why did I grind up to that? So I'm going to show you that real quick. It's not part of the... Well, it's not necessarily part of the main quest line, but it's a big part of the game. So once we received this rank, when we were promoted to it, we got access to our own barracks, and we have our own soldiers in our command. So this is my barracks, and these are my soldiers. Initially, I got 3 of them, and so I need to find a 4th one. So the first one is Cecily. She is a white mage and our healer. This guy is our tank. He is a marauder. And where's the little guy? This guy is an archer, so he's a DPS. Now, you start off with 3 of these volunteers. This is our flame sergeant, our flame squadron sergeant. He works for me. He takes care of the place when I'm not available. So, when you get promoted to lieutenant like that, you're given this barracks and you're given 3 volunteers. We need to go and find the 4th one, and we find the 4th one by fighting. So, right here's the enlistment papers, and I don't think we have anybody. We do not. So what we have to do is we have to go out and do quests to earn the right for people to apply. So, if we go to our challenge log that we got, we can do battles. We can complete 3 dungeons in the dungeon roulette. We can complete 5 dungeons, just normal dungeons. I've already done 3 because I just did one a minute ago, and I did a couple earlier in the week. So if I do 5 of those, I can do PvP, which I won't ever do. I can do fates. And to do fates, I have to do 5 of these and 5 more. Now, these can be very easy, or they can take you some time. Since we're only doing them to be doing them, I'm not really interested in how much reward I'm getting. I just want them completed. Because if I complete all of these, I have like a 9 out of 10 chance to get a new recruit. So what I would do and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a place that has level 1, 2, 3, or 4 fates. Because I'm level 37, I can whip through them very quickly. And once I do that, I have the chance of getting a new recruit. So any of these, I could do leave quests. I could do Grand Company quests. Any of this stuff I can do. I can go to the Gold Saucer and play games and win something. And I get the chance of it. So when I get a chance in between episodes, I'm going out to do that. And then once I get 4 recruits, I'm hoping for another DPS. So to start with, that will give me a full group of fighters. If I get a healer, a tank, and a DPS, and hopefully another DPS, and it doesn't have to be. I could be a little bit unlucky and get maybe another tank or another healer. Eventually, I will want one of each because you can have up to 8 people in your barracks. That's 2 groups that you can send out on missions. You can only send them out one at a time, though, so you have to pick which 4 you want to go out. Then you talk to this guy, and he gives you a mission, which I can't get yet because I don't have 4 people. So he'll give you a mission that you can earn goodies from, and you send those guys out to do it. Now, it takes them about 17 hours to do it. So if I send them out right now, by the time I get up in the morning and log on to the game, they're probably going to be back. And if they're successful, you get tons of experience. You get some goodies that you, depending on the job you send them out to do and that kind of thing. So they'll be working for me while I'm out there busting my butt off doing quests. These guys are gaining experience and helping me to get good, if you will. Now, once I hit a certain rank, then I get another set of missions. The other set of missions will let me go with them. So in the case of what's going on here, if I was at that level, I'm a DPS. That's what I am. So I would have this guy and me be the two DPSs. This guy would be our tank, and this guy would be, or girl would be our healer. And the four of us, including me, these three and me, would go into a dungeon. Just like we were four real life people. The only difference is it's just me and these three NPCs. They take the place of real life people in going in through dungeons with me. Now, we still get full credit and experience for the dungeons. So if you're grinding, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. Once I get to that point, I can go into these dungeons and run them over and over and over with these NPCs. And I not only get all the loot in the dungeons, but I also get the experience. So the loot can be important too, because I can turn the loot in to the Grand Company and buy things with it, or some of the stuff that I find in the dungeons are armor that I can wear. So there you go. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. That's what I've been working at. It is a part of the game, but it wasn't anything I was really going to show you in the videos. And with that, I'm going to end the episode here. When we come back, we'll go see Minfilia and report to her what we've been doing. And I hope you had fun. I hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.